This is Spencer Swartzball, and welcome to Kunes Car Conversations. Our guest today is Nick Knowles, YMCA Director of McDonough County, and we are driving in a 2024 GMC Sierra Denali. So I'm joined here today by the CEO of the McDonough County YMCA, Nick Knowles. Thank you so much for your time today and joining us on our Kunes Car Convo.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Spencer. I appreciate the opportunity. This is, what a ride. What a
Yeah,
ride. This
yeah.
is great.
They spoiled us today, dude. They spoiled us
did.
today.
Now, what are we riding in right now?
This is a GMC Sierra Denali, top of the line. This is,
Okay.
it's a beautiful, beautiful ride.
It is.
So just real fast, a refresher course on what exactly the mission of the YMCA and what it does. What does the YMCA do?
Sure. Well, the YMCA McDonough County, is one of over 2,600 Ys in the country. So there's a YUSA, and the YMCA has been around the United States for over 100 years, and but specifically the YMCA McDonough County, we provide all-inclusive opportunities for men, women, families from all age groups, from the child care center all the way to the senior center and everything in between.
From the beginning to the end. And then
Yes.
YMCA stands for Young Men
Christian Association.
Yep. Okay. Now, how did you originally get started?
Myself?
Yeah, in the YMCA.
Sure. So I'm from Macomb. I'm actually
Yeah,
a
we were just
Macomb
talking.
native.
Yeah, we were just talking born and raised, and then you did everything at Western too,
Yeah.
right?
So I grew up, actually, the cool thing is, I grew up in the Y, and
Okay.
that is pretty cool.
Right here in McDonough County.
Yeah. Mr. Pastorelli, Steve Pastorelli, he was the CEO back then, and this would have been the 80s, going in there. I remember when my parents were divorced, I'd go to the Y at like the age of 4. I was like 1980 with my dad, and when he would pick me up on the weekends. And so I grew up in the Y. After high school, I went to the Marines. Then I came back and got my bachelor's and my master's in Parks and Recreation, the RPTA program at Western, which was a great program. I was a graduate assistant at the Student Recreation Center, and then that led to a job at the Student Recreation Center. So I was there for 15, actually with the grad assistantship, probably about almost 17 years.
What, at the rec?
At Western, yeah.
Okay, so you were there, you would have been there in 04 to 08?
I would have been GA at the rec in 2005 and 6, and then I started, 2006 and 7, and then started professionally at the rec in 2007. So yes, I would have been there as a GA and a pro staff when you were there.
I got you. Yeah, that's when I would have been. I spent some time there.
Yeah, we did a big expansion there in 2000.
Yes, and it was super nice.
Yeah, it
super
still is.
Nice.
And so, so I was there, and I actually ended up becoming the director there in 2019.
Okay.
And so I left in 2022, and I was actually had left and taken a job as a territory manager selling cardio and strength equipment.
Okay.
And really liked the sales industry. I really liked that a lot, and just the idea of more money. But I'd been on the board of directors at the Y for the past 6 years at that time. In 2022.
When did you make that, or what kind of made you get on the board there at the YMCA?
Well, I'd been working at the rec. I'd been a Y member. I'd been asked by the CEO if she, Carla Tizluka, who was the CEO at the time.
Okay.
This would have been 2016.
Gotcha.
2017, around that time. She'd asked me if I'd be interested in being on the board. I think it was because having a recreation background, working at the university in rec. Secondly, being a Y member. I always had a Y membership when I was at the rec.
Name recognition.
Always went out of our way at the rec to not do anything to want to hurt the Y.
Yeah.
We served 2 different populations, and so joined the board and really enjoyed that. It was interesting to look at the challenges that the Y had, and the financial challenges and the facility challenges, and it was funny because I always remember thinking, man, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with this stuff. I'm glad I'm over at the university.
Yeah. When you saw it from both sides.
Yeah.
I get it.
And so let's see, about October 2022, the CEO that we had hired him from the Canton YMCA. He had been at the Y about 8 or 9 months at the most, and he had been commuting from Canton, and he had decided he was going to take an opportunity back at the Y he came from in Canton
homesick.
to be the CEO.
Yeah, I got you.
He was like an associate senior director there, and so when he came to Macomb, but he'd been commuting, their CEO retired, and so he took that job. Yeah, I mean, he was a Canton boy. Yep. I mean, it was a good opportunity for him, and so I think the board was kind of caught off guard. We all were a little bit, and but so there was an opportunity there, and I had a couple people on the board that said, "Hey, you should." I thought about this, and you should do this. And I thought, I'm good. I don't think I want to be a supervisor. I like where I'm at. And my wife even said, babe, don't. I think you're good. I think you're good in sales, and I think you're right where you need to be. And I don't think that'd be a good move for you. I mean, if you wanted to still be a director or still be a supervisor, you should have stayed at Western. Don't. Why would you want to do this? And I just said, well, I love a challenge. And I said, there's a lot of opportunity there. And I love Macomb and my kids. I have a 9th grader and a 5th grader. So at the time I had an 8th grader and 4th grader. And I don't know, the more I thought about it, the more I just thought, man, being the CEO of the YMCA McDonough County, that's such a step. I mean, it is a step up for me, the director of the rec center. And it also, we're a $3 million non-for-profit organization that serves the entire county, and to be the opportunity to be the CEO of that and potentially make some really good changes and be a part of something exciting, I thought, I wanted to do it, and I wanted all the challenges and headaches that would potentially go with it if the board was going to give me the opportunity. And so I had interviewed with the executive committee in the around November of 2022. And then I was officially offered the job a few weeks later and accepted it. I started on January 1st, 2023.
So, and it sounds like, when you were going through that discussion of what path to take, that one of the things that led you to taking this job was serving your community. Mm-hmm. It sounds like. Is that what's one of your favorite aspects of serving Macomb as a community?
I mean, I just think, being gone, so you grew up in Bushnell, and you have appreciation for your home. And when I was in the Marines for all the 4 years I was gone, I was stationed in Hawaii, I was in Okinawa, great, beautiful places, but it just makes you appreciate your home in the Midwest and the safety.
Still not home.
The safety of living in Macomb, and everybody knows each other. And I still think Macomb is a great place to live and raise a family. And so I would say that what makes it so rewarding is, from the time you're born and to the time you die and everything in between, like I said earlier, the Y is there for you. I mean, we are such a big deal. I mean, from our child care center and the youth programming that we do, the senior center, from the Meals on Wheels, the dolphin swim programs, swim lessons, fitness classes, our youth sports, the after-school program, summer camp and day camp, all these things that the Y does, we affect somebody in some way in this town, in this community, in this county. And, I think we are such a big deal. And if you lined up every resident in Macomb or McDonough County, I guarantee you there is some way the Y has affected them or helped them in their life. And to be the leader of that organization is just really special. And I think I get the most satisfaction. I mean, I loved working at the university, and there were some great people I worked with and worked for. But,
it's a slice of your community.
You're serving the student body.
Yep.
And really the community members you're serving are the faculty and staff.
Yep.
And some alumni, but a small percentage that use the rec.
Yep.
So to be able to put programmings on for your best friends' kids and your parents' friends' grandkids or your parents' friends and your parents itself, and it's wonderful. And it really is. I mean, to go out somewhere with your wife and kids and then have somebody come up and say, hey, this just happened Saturday night. So last Saturday, my wife and I and my son, we were out for dinner. Our daughter was at her first high school dance, Sadie Hawkins. So we were at the sports corner having dinner, and there was a nice Western crowd in there after the men's game.
Okay.
And there was a couple that came up, and it was Seth Minter, who's former women's associate head coach. He's now an Edward Jones guy. He and his wife were up there, and some other couples, and they said, hey, I just wanted to let you know, great idea. I love the family night out, parents night out. We are on a date tonight, and our kids are at the Y. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the parents night out, that is something that we started offering, where it's a night where parents, Y members, you can drop your kid off at the Y on a Saturday night, have yourself a little 2 or 3 hour
window
excursion.
Yep.
And it's just stuff like that. Or somebody comes up and just says, hey, I love all the new equipment you guys have put in. Just love all the changes that's going on at the Y. That feels so good, and it just is so rewarding. And I got a great team that gets things done, and we have a new youth and family sports director, program director. His name's Isaiah Barnett. He's the one running and handling that the parents' night out and our youth sports. And there's a big team that gets this whole machine known as the YMCA moving forward and rocking and rolling. And I get to be the big cheerleader on steroids that has these conversations and gets to brag about it. But there is a bunch of pistons in the wheel that get it done.
Well, and it sounds like, and it makes sense. It sounds like the reward is serving your community. And like you said, the YMCA touches somebody's life. And I think it even goes back to what you said of where you started in the YMCA. You said you used to go there with your dad after your parents got a divorce, and you guys would have that bonding time together.
Take me to the Y.
Yep.
I played flag football in the Y, youth basketball at the Y. And, I remember riding my bike all the way over to Lincoln School and doing flag football on Saturdays. And we lived over here on Lafayette Street, so that was a hike. My dad was refereeing college football on Saturdays, so I just ride my bike over there, play football. And I met some really good friends through the Y, and it's special. And it's so cool now to be there, and it's surreal when somebody's like, oh, there's Mr. Knowles. It's like, oh, wait, that's me.
Well, yeah, wait, that's me now. Okay.
And my son, Jack, he and his buddies, they come up there after school about 3 days a week and shoot hoops. I got snacks for them in the refrigerator. And my daughter, Reagan, when she's in between sports, she's in there lifting weights every day. And I love that. And I love that. My wife, Liz, is a member. And so it's a family affair. My dad still comes in the Y. He's 74, and he comes in when he's not traveling with my mom. He's out there. So, like I said, it's a family affair, and it's just rewarding. Again, serving the community, and it's special.
Yeah,
it's very special.
That's awesome. So me and my wife are back in the area, and just a little tidbit on that wife's night out. So we were in Ames, Iowa, and it was just us. So that little program there would have done us wonders, because we literally we had to have my dad come up from here to 4 hours to Ames so we could have our first date night, because you know what I mean, because of something like that wasn't available. So that's a super cool thing that you guys do, and for people that need that is awesome.
It really is.
Now, speaking of us being back in town, what are some things that me and my wife could do to get involved? What things can we how can we help? How can we get involved? What are some things we could do?
Well, you can buy a membership online. You can do that at the front desk. We'll give you a tour. We have 24/7. We have 24/7 fitness access. So that is huge. So for people that are
5 o'clock in the morning,
anytime.
Gotcha.
2 a.m. We do not have staff there. You have a key card that'll let you in.
Okay.
The pool's closed, obviously, at that time, and the sauna and the locker rooms, but the gym, the track is open. The weight room and cardio areas are open. The gymnasium's closed, but there's so much you can do, and that is huge. So if your wife and you work different schedules, or you like to work out early, or you want to work out late at night, or Sundays we don't open till noon, but you can come in at 9 a.m. Or or early before church, you can do those things. So there's one thing is if I would plug for you to know about is our 24/7. We have fitness challenges. We're doing a bit by bit right now. That's great for a couple if you're wanting to have that New Year's resolution together and get in shape. We're doing a bit by bit. I'm doing the triathlon part myself, which is biking, running, and swimming. We have the duathlon. So we have fitness challenges. We have fitness classes. They say other things you can do with your spouse other than exercise. Well, we have pickleball. That's very popular with married couples. We're getting ready to actually start next month co-ed volleyball league.
Okay.
So there's a lot of great things you could be doing. We have trips for couples that they can go for to our senior center. They're going to be traveling to Europe.
Oh, really?
In April. So, and there's a lot of couples that sign up for that. So there's just a plethora of things that you can do. You can obviously get involved, volunteer as well.
That's what I was going to ask. A lot of volunteer opportunities,
there are
I'm sure.
Volunteer opportunities, and whether it be coaching, helping with sports leagues, volunteering in the senior center, serving meals. Right now we've got people that are volunteering, helping people with their taxes.
Okay.
So
well, yeah, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool,
especially this time of year. Now, since we're back in town, I haven't heard much of it. How do we here at Kunes kind of help out?
Kunes has just been wonderful. We received $5,000 from the Kunes Family Foundation last week, and that money is going to our big lobby project that we're doing, and we're naming it after that CEO I mentioned, Steve Pastorelli, and we're going to put hydro massage chairs in for our members to use. We want to make our pool lobby more of a hangout, a little more current for youth.
Yep.
Kind of like almost a Starbucks type of feel.
Yep.
Lounge.
Cafe. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, the facility's 50 years old and it just needs updates, and there's not really money for it. So we're trying to fundraise, and it's about $125,000 to $150,000 project. We started this campaign about 6 weeks ago. We're about $80,000 right now, and and it's because of the great people like Kunes that help through it. And that's what makes Macomb such a special place. And Kunes also helped last year when I wanted to redo a complete weight room renovation and make it a circuit room. It was about a $70,000 project, and Kunes was one of the first to give me a nice check to get that done. And I think that check was for $1,000, and I think that was in February of last year. I'd been on the job a month, and we launched that campaign in February, and they were right. Royce Lee was wonderful. His wife had saw that we were doing that. She came in the Y as a member, and so he reached out to me, and that's just it's just awesome. But now, do you have any children?
So I've got a 22-month at home.
So something to think about. So let's say you're on a business trip, or let's say you're out of town, and or the other way, let's say your wife is out of town for work, and one of you're home with the child, with the baby, or your wife's home alone with the baby, and you want to work out, but you can't because you don't have somebody to watch the baby. Well, we're going to have that problem solved here June 1st. We're going to be opening up our family fitness room, which has never been done. It's going to be a room for those parents that don't have someone to watch their young child. They can go into this room and they can exercise. There'll be a crib, there'll be a playpen, or there'll be a love seat for like a 7-year-old to play with their iPad, and it's going to be wonderful.
No, that's huge. That's huge because once again, when we were in Iowa, we didn't have a babysitter. So actually, my wife, to find time to work out was when the kid was eating in his high chair. So stuff like that would be fantastic. Now, do you guys have any events coming up?
Sure.
Or anything you want to let people know about?
Yeah. So April 29th, on Monday, April 29th, we're going to do a pasta event called Pasta Palooza. That'll be a pasta dinner, wine auction, dessert auction at the American Legion. That'll be a fundraiser for the Y. That was started years ago, and we brought that back after COVID last year. Had a great turnout. We're going to do that again. We are going to have another Parents' Night. I just talked about those Parents' Nights. We're going to be doing that on March 9th, so that's exciting. And then, some new programs. We're going to be offering a dance class, dance studio up in the fitness studio upstairs on our track level.
What age range for the dance class?
I think we got, let's see, 2-year-olds to 4-year-olds, and then 5 to 7, I think. And,
okay.
Carmen Kiplin's going to be teaching that, and it's going to be just, cute little dance. She had a fitness or a dance studio, and she did that before she started her own family. And she kind of, she wants to do it again, but she doesn't want to have the headaches of having her own business. So she's going to do it through us, and it's going to be a very, very cheap, cost-effective rate for Y members, and there'll be a bigger price for non-Y members. And that's what we try to do, is we offer a lower rate or free for Y members, and if you're not a member, you will pay a different fee, because we want to bring value and incentive to why you should belong to the YMCA of McDonough County.
Yeah. Well, I thank you. Is there anything else?
No, I just want to thank the community for their support. We've had a great year, and our membership has increased 33%.
What?
We're almost at 3,400 members.
Okay.
And we increased 33% in 2023. We renovated 4 weight rooms in 2023, and we added outdoor pickleball courts in 2023. And in 2024, we're going to be renovating our lobby and continuing opening up the family fitness room, and then just continue to make the YMCA McDonough County your second home.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time. I super appreciate it, and we look forward to having a conversation with you again real soon.
Spencer, thank you. Appreciate it.